Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Today we will be learning for loops in C. So the objective here is to learn how to use the for loops in C programming. The syntax for the for loops you can see here as for, write the expression 1, expression 2, expression 3 and then the statement. Okay, what does expression 1 say? It is used to initialize the values which are generally used for controlling the terminating flag for the loop. Expression 2 here means it is used to check for the terminating condition. If this evaluates to false, then the loop is terminated. And expression 3 is general used to update the variable of flags. Okay, the following loop you can see for example for int equals to 1, int I equals to 0, I less than 10, then incrementation. So here what it did is for each integer n, the interval a comma b, if n is greater equal to 1 less equal to 9, then we print the English representation of it in lowercase, that is 1 for 1 and 2 for 2 and so on until 9 is greater n is greater than 9. Okay, if n is greater than 9, even if it is an even number, then it prints even, and if it's greater than 9 and it is an odd number, then it prints odd, right? You can see here sample input 8 11, sample output 8 9, even, odd. So what it did was first it said it was 8 9 outputs, 8 was even, 9 was odd. Okay, that's the question. So let me explain you once again the question and the logic. So here basically what we're doing, the task is to write a C program that reads the two integers a and b for each integer n in the range from a to b inclusive. So the program should print the English word representation for numbers between 1 and 9. For numbers greater than 9, if there's number which is any number that's greater than 9, you either print even if the number is even and odd if the number is odd. So from 1 to 9, you print the all English representation of the number, like as you saw, 8 and 11. Suppose the input, you write output will be 8, but 11 is greater than 9, right? So what we did, we have to print it like odd because 11 is an odd. So steps to solve the problem here. The first thing we are going to do is input reading. Read two integers a and b. Second, loop through the range. Use a for loop to iterate through each integer from a to b. Then we are going to use the conditional checks. If the number is between 1 and 9, print the corresponding English word like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But if it goes beyond 9, then you have to print even if the number is even and odd if the number is odd. For example, if 10 is even number, so you print even. If you get 11, you print odd. That's how you're going to solve. So the code explanation I'll give you in detail after writing the code. I'll remove this entire thing so that I can explain you from the start. So let me write hash include, including the standard input output, dot h, enter int main function. This says that from here the program starts. Declaring the variables a comma b, then reading the inputs. Scanf percentage d comma and a, enter scanf percentage d comma and b. So now let's create a loop from a to b inclusive. For example, I mean for int n equals to a. Okay, if int n is equals to a, then n less than equals to b increment n. Third expression, that is increment. I'll explain you the entire code. Okay, how and why we've taken, like if n greater than equals to 1 and n less than equals to 9, we have to print the corresponding English word, that is if n equals to 1, then printf as 1, else if n equals to 2, printf 2 slash n. Let's just copy this everything up to 9. So it is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, wait a second. Hmm. That's right. If n equals to 1, it's 1. 2 equals to 2. If else if it's 3, then print as 3. If it's 4, print as 4. If it's 5, print as 5. If it's 6, print as 6. 7, 7. Equals to 8, 9, 9. Up to 9. Then else if it's greater, if n, how do you check if it's even? We divide it by 2, and if the remainder is equals to 0, then we print it as even. Else print f as odd function. Return 0, ending the main function. Let's run and check if it's correct. 8, 9, even we have written the wrong spelling. See, even if there's a spelling mistake, the task's own pass. Okay, you can see here. So I'll be explaining line by line explanation of the code. That is hash include stdio.h. Why did we did? We included it for standard input library, which is necessary for using printf and scanf function. Then int main, this indicates the that the it's an entry point of the program. Then we declared int a comma b. So this we declare the two integer variables, right? Then scanf a and b. It is used to read the integer inputs. Then we started our loop for int a equals to 0 and less than equals to b increment n. Okay, until n is less than equals to b. For example, a is 1 and b is 9. So the value n, if it's 1, as you've seen, we have to write print 1 up till n becomes less than equals to 9. Okay, we check the condition. This checks if n is between 1 and 9. If it's true, then it goes through a series if else if statements to print the corresponding English word. As you can see, if it's 1, we printed 1. If it's 2, we print 2. If it's 3, we print 3. But as it goes above 9, so what condition did we write there? The condition if n, the value n, if it's divided by 2 and we get a remainder as 0, then obviously it's an even number. So we print even. Else, if it is not equals to 0, then we print it as odd number, right? And return 0, it indicates the program has finished successfully. So what was the summary of the entire program? The program here was to read two integers a and b. Then we used for loop to iterate through each integers from a to b. Then depending on the value of integer, we printed the corresponding English word, or if it was greater than the value of 9, we declared if it was even or odd. So that's the whole function how we use for loop in C. Thank you. If there's any thing you didn't understand, please comment down below. I'll explain to you all. Thank you. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. It motivates me to make more such videos. Thank you.